I started back in 2006. I got my parents together and I interviewed them. I interviewed them separately, and then I brought them together and talked about when I came along and how great their life has been because I was there.
Of course.
I roll my eyes and it's funnier in my head.
If you're not seeing him, he is.
Yeah.
There's an edge of sarcasm there, folks.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
But that got me started. And last year, my mom passed in 2011. So now I can go back and I can listen to my mom, and it's really therapy.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of neat that my kids and other family members can listen to that history as well. Last year my uncle ended up in the hospital, her brother, and he couldn't remember some of the history of my grandparents, his parents, when they passed. What did they have? Well, my mom talked about that, so I brought that up, and it really helped my uncle. And I thought, well, let's take this a little farther. I got with my dad, and we started off south of Morley. We put a camera in the car, put a camera on him, and we drove. Just like they came up to this area in the late 40s, where the first house was, out by Sarnes's and that, and we kind of did a tour of all of that, and then just a couple months ago, I got my uncles and my dad and my aunt all together, and we talked about them growing up, and then I compiled all of this stuff, and it dawned on me, hey, now I'm going to offer to other people that family storytelling videos. And there's a number of ways that we can do it. I don't have a template. I do have a lot of suggestions, and I can put this together. But how many times have you said
personalize it?
It has to be. It has to be.
Every family background and history and stuff. I can't tell you, Dwayne, how this is hitting home right now. Okay, and we didn't rehearse this, folks. People living, but my 90-year-old mom just passed away 2 weeks ago. Okay, and 4 years ago, my dad at 89 passed away. And to sit here and listen to what you're saying, I'm like, oh man, if I would have just
well, that's kind of what started this too.
If you're out there and your parents are still with you, your aunts and your great aunts and whatever, because I have grandkids. And I have some 1-year-olds and 8-month-olds, and they will never know, and just like you're saying, we were going through pictures preparing for my mom's funeral, and some of them said, well, who is that? And a couple of times I literally caught myself, well, let's ask mom. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can't ask mom. We're doing this for her funeral. But I mean, she just she
but you
had
get the siblings together. You get the siblings together with their spouses, if their spouse, and everybody, we sit down and we do a round table. But okay, your parents aren't here, but you are here and your siblings are here to tell that story so that your kids and grandkids, generations that you're not even going to see, can have. And that's a new package that we're putting out. And the nice thing is, because everybody's going, well, what do we get mom and dad? What do we get, my brother for Christmas? Okay, if a whole family comes in, I mean, this becomes really, really inexpensive, and it's not that bad to start. But the idea that it is all about, memories. And, memories. I went, this helped me. And I thought, wow, this is really great. Because I wish, I have that. I wish I would have talked to my grandfather about a story when he was growing up in a team of horses that he used to plow with, through the Depression and that kind of stuff. And I remember that, but it'd be great to hear him say it.
And the more of these things are done, the more history is preserved, and not forgotten.
Right, and getting them right from the mouth of those who lived it.
It was fun putting my history. Now I'm trying to get my mom's side of the family, trying to get them because, that's something that I kind of want to at least wrap up while people are still here.
Sure.